Hello there. Today we are going to be doing buzzsaws. These are going to be very helpful and very essential in learning what you have learned so far. So at this point you've learned just some basic stuff, and we're going to combine them here in a second. So we learned split time as this 1-2 motion, except our wrists are pointing outwards. So as I'm doing this, well, my wrists are pointed to my sides. My fingers are kind of pointing this way and kind of pointing this way. So I'm pointing out to the sides. Now if I take these and I turn them inside, or I point my wrist towards the other sides, they turn in like this, okay? If I turn the other one in, I get this buzzsaw. And the trick to holding this is to make sure that you are keeping your beats. If you can't hold your beats yet, it's going to be next to impossible to do this, because they're not going to go straight, and you're going to start tingling them, and it's just not going to work. So make sure you have good timing, like this, and take one wrist and turn it inside. And make sure your footing is spaced out. When you come in, you don't want to be right up in it or else you'll hit yourself. Have it out like this. And if you're hitting yourself even with your arms out, shorten your strings up. So right now, my poi are kind of really long with this set. So for me to comfortably do it, I can't. Technically I could do it like this, but it's really uncomfortable for me to have my arms all the way out like this, and that's no fun for anyone. So if you're having to do that, just wrap them around your hand once. That way you have a good play here that you can mess with, where you're not going to beat yourself to death and you can rest your arms a bit. So you get it to where you can have your right arm on the inside, your left arm on the outside, and then trade it up and have your left arm on the inside and your right arm on the outside. And keep that timing until you can do it both ways. And then make sure that you can do it this way. And as you're learning this buzzsaw motion, keep in mind that if you pinch the strings, depending on whether you're using shoestrings or not, you might get this kind of like twisting motion on the string, where eventually it'll like give back on your string and you won't be able to do the buzzsaw anymore. That's normal. Don't freak out about that. Typically you don't hold the buzzsaw forever. Typically you'll go into a buzzsaw and you'll wind it, and then you'll come out of it and go the other way and you'll unwind it and you'll go back, and you'll just do this motion where you're kind of winding and unwinding the string. Look in a mirror as you're doing it, and make sure that you are following your pattern and that everything is clean. And make sure that you can hold this for about 30 seconds. And once you can do this, try going the other direction. So go backwards. This way it's going towards my face. And it's going to be really scary at first, because you're looking directly into the face of death. If I were to screw up, it would beat me in the face and I would be very unhappy. But as you learn to trust your skill and trust your poi, it becomes less frightening because you stare death right in the face. Practice that. Practice your buzzsaw forwards and reverse. And don't worry about turning it. We're going to get to the turning motion in a bit. So get that down, and I will see you on the next one.